Alright, what's up everyone? Welcome to the Surfside PPC YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be going over content quality versus quantity. So when I talk about content, usually what I'm talking about is written content, but it can also be videos. Maybe you're recording podcasts on a specific subject. So all these different things can be considered content. So today I want to go over which one you should focus on, and it really does depend on the type of website that you have, and I'll go over that as I go through this video. So the first thing I want to go over is the case for quality. So with quality, you can demonstrate expertise, you can increase your Google rankings, and you can also demonstrate your authority and how well you know a subject. So if you're creating quality content, it's going to be well researched, it's going to show a lot of personal experience, and it's going to show a lot of the expertise that you have gained by learning this topic over the course of time. So the case for quality is really going to be that as you create quality content, you're going to be considered a thought leader in really any niche or any industry as you do it consistently over time, and it will help with your Google rankings if you're creating quality content year after year, because people will come to expect that from you and your website. Now, the case for quantity is obviously more content. So if you can publish 30 plus pieces of content per week rather than 1 to 3 pieces of content per week, you're going to have a lot more that can go out to social media. So it's going to help you grow your social media audiences and your email list. So people who follow you on social media, people who subscribe to your email list, they may not be interested in every single story you write, but let's just say, for example, you're covering technology news, you're going to cover stories that they're going to be interested in. So maybe they're only interested in about 20% of your content, for example. It is going to help you continue to grow your social media following and your email list by creating more content over the course of time. Now, the other thing is you can create focused content. So what that means is kind of covering a smaller topic and something where maybe you're defining a word, giving a few quick examples, or you're just creating content around some smaller subjects rather than things that need really comprehensive data and research and information like that before you publish it. So it might not rank as high in Google search, but it will be things that people are going to be interested in looking for from your website. So you can kind of focus on some of these smaller topics if you're really focusing on quantity. So I kind of like to look at it as an 80% versus 20%. So 80% of your focus should be on quality or quantity. And you really need to understand your audience. Are they looking for quick content, or are they looking for really comprehensive content? So if you're a news website, for example, and you're publishing, let's say 100 plus articles per day, you really do need to focus on quantity because you need to make sure that you're getting these articles published over and over again. Now, you might have a few people that really focus on quality, so they're breaking down a subject, and that might take 1,000, 2,000 words to do. So it really depends on what your focus is of your website, and you need to understand what your audience is looking for. Now, a few different graphs I want to go over. So the first one's from HubSpot.com, and it's showing that websites with 16 plus blog posts are going to get more index traffic. And this is looking at monthly data. So if you're someone that's really focused on quality, and let's just say, for example, you're in this 3 to 4 or 5 to 10 monthly blog post range focused on quality, it might hurt your traffic in the beginning, but over the course of time, it will help it. And one reason is because of this content total word count. So if looking at Google position, this graph is from backlinko.com/search engine ranking, and it looked at the Google position of the websites that are in the top 10 and the number of words they have on that piece of content. So if you're creating high quality content and you're focused on things that are above 1,700 words, maybe even above 2,000 words when you're covering your topics, it is going to help your Google position over time. So you really need to take this graph and understand how quality of what you're creating is really going to have a huge impact on that. Now, the last thing I want to go over is if you do have a news website, you're going to see the stories and videos published per day here. So this is from The Atlantic. So the Washington Post publishes 500 or more stories or videos each day. New York Times, 230 or more. Wall Street Journal, 240 or more, and BuzzFeed at 222 or more. So all of these news websites are really focused on quantity. It doesn't mean they don't have quality content, but rather than breaking down one subject and putting together a ton of research on that subject and really trying to create the best piece of content on it, they're trying to get out as much as possible as efficiently as possible. I really think for the focus on quality, so niche websites, so let's just say you have a website about marathon training, I think you should just focus on creating quality content around your top 50 to 100 keywords. And I'll go over that in a minute, but you really should focus on your top keywords and create content that you can always update over time. So just continue to focus on quality rather than saying, okay, I'm going to publish one new thing about marathon training each and every single day, and it's just going to be a small blurb. That's something that you can still do, but it's not going to rank as high in search engines, and it's really going to be more useful once you've already built up that audience. Now, the other thing is B2B content. So let's just say, for example, a marketing website. If someone's looking for information about search engine optimization, maybe they're looking for small business marketing strategies, you really need to create comprehensive content that's going to help someone find your website, find your written blog post, find a video that you created, and maybe spend a couple hours digging deep into everything that you've created and applying it to their own website and their own business and using that information to guide their marketing strategy. So you really need to focus on quality. Now, focus on quantity. So I went over this earlier, but news websites. So if you're covering the news, you really do need to focus more on quantity than you do on quality. And it's really, again, it's a matter of resources that you have. So if you're just one person and you have a news website, you might say, hey, I want to publish 5 to 10 news articles per day. I want to make sure that anything that comes out, I'm publishing that on my website. The other thing is brand new websites. So you need to start creating content once you create your brand new website. You can always refresh it and improve it over time. For example, let's just say I have this page on my website, so 14 free keyword research tools. I recently did a video about it. So it used to be 6 free keyword research tools. It was a different video down here, and it wasn't nearly as comprehensive as it is right now. So I have every single keyword research tool that I use here. So if we click down here, let's just click on a random one. You'll see each one, it links to the website. It shows a few images from each of these, how to use them, some of the benefits that people can get out of it. So if you're a brand new website, what you can start doing is creating content and understand that you can always refresh it and improve it over the course of time. So if I come over here, I have 14 free keyword research tools. One piece of content that I recently created was a tutorial about the Microsoft Keyword Planner, and I didn't go over that at all in this article. So if we're looking at the free keyword research tools that I went over, I don't have the Microsoft Keyword Planner here at all. So what I can do is update this article, change it to 15 useful free keyword research tools, and then I can add the Microsoft Keyword Planner in here as well, since it's another one that would be really applied to this, and I can use that tutorial and put that video in this piece of content as well. So when people are looking for free keyword research tools, they're able to find my guide and understand that there's not a whole lot of other options on the internet besides the one that I've listed here. Now, the other thing you can do, and something else that I've been working on, is creating pages for my Google Ads tutorials, my Facebook Ads tutorial, and really trying to put together a guide so people can scroll down here and they can either watch my video or they can come down and kind of go through the step-by-step guide here. So I'm going through each individual step you have to take from creating your Google Ads account to setting up your first campaign. So all of that, and this page is starting to drive me search engine traffic now, and as I continue to improve it, it's going to help drive more and more traffic back to my website. So a website that kind of does a good mix of both is Investopedia, and obviously there's a team of people that work on this website, but they have this right here. If you come to education and dictionary in here, so they have a financial dictionary. You click on any of these links here. So if I just click on C, in C, it's showing over 1,800 items of terms related to investing that begin with the letter C. If I click on call date here, for example, we open that page, you can see it was last updated March 13th. So they have all these different pages that they can always update over time. It's not too long. It's pretty short. It's just everything you need to know about call dates. And if you continue to scroll down, you can see they have some related terms down here. And then what they also do is on Investopedia, they cover finance news, and then over here to the right hand side they have some guides. So best brokers, essential options trading guide, the basics of options profitability. And even when you're looking at some of these different terms, let's just say we come back. So their term of the day is exchange traded fund. So we come up here and you can see exchange traded fund last updated June 13th, 2019. So pretty recently, about a couple months ago. And this one is really long and comprehensive. What is an ETF? How to buy and sell, pros and cons, types, real world. And if we're just scrolling down, you can see they have graphs here. They have a bunch of links to some different pages on their website. So this is a really great example of how to use content quality and quantity. So they focused on creating a large amount of content as they started to grow their traffic, you can always go back and improve it over the course of time. So that's kind of my focus when I'm creating websites, and my focus with Surfside PPC. I would say I spend about 80% on quality and about 20% on quantity. So trying to put out as much quality content as possible, and quality is going to be different for everybody, but I think as you're growing with a brand new website, you might want to focus on quantity a little bit, but over the course of time, you really should focus on quality. Unless you're covering the news, then you really just need to focus on creating as much content as possible and getting it out there. So if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments section. Thanks for watching my video today, and make sure you subscribe to the Surfside PPC YouTube channel.